जय श्री राम, जय श्री कृष्ण, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान, जय हनुमान. So we are in Karma Yoga, that is chapter 3 of the Bhagavad Gita, and we have reached verse number 19. And verse number 19 talks about attachment, and that is something which is very, very, very difficult to free ourselves from. So it is going to be an interesting, hopefully it's going to be an interesting thing to understand and get into the depths of attachment. कहा जाता है ना कि कोई द्वेष से मरे ना मरे, राग से जरूर मर जाता है. See, it is not like we feel that dvesh is hatred, is more detrimental than rag, that is extreme attachment. But what they tell us is that attachment is more detrimental than dvesh, right? So, as such, the both are equally bad. Too much of hatred and too much of attachment. So let's just start the Gita. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Tritiyodhyayah Karma Yogaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Tasmadasakta Satatam Karyam Karma Samachara Asakto Hyacharan Karma Parmapnoti Purushaha Parmapnoti Purushaha. We'll just read it. First, let's read it in English as to what this verse is saying. हमें पता तो रहे ना कि what are we going to understand or try to understand or assimilate. It is saying, therefore, now everything is a continuation because this is a dialogue between Arjun and Sri Krishna in the middle of the battlefield. So, where did it start? A reminder to all of us, when there was Vishad in Arjun's heart. What is Vishad? Extreme agony. And what he wanted to do was go away and not fight the battle. Not because it was a right or the wrong thing to do, but he just did not want to get involved in something and just run away. It was like an escapist kind of a thing that came to his mind कि ठीक है ना, मुझे तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It does not bother me. The minute you are running away or not doing something because it does not bother you, overlooking the greater good, वो स्वार्थ हो गया, right? So the reason for not fighting the battle was not beyond him, but it was not selfless, it was a little selfish in nature. So this is how it started, and we have discussed a lot about it. कि escapism is not the way, right? So Shri Krishna tab, when he is ready to listen, right, till somebody is ready to listen and assimilate, there is no point saying anything because अंदर कुछ उतरेगा नहीं, right? When he is ready, he accepts कि चलो आप मुझे सही रास्ता बता दो, है ना? That is when Shri Krishna starts talking in chapter 2. And then the discussion goes on. So it is chapter 2, as we had said, is a gist. It is like the summary of the entire Gita. उसमें प्रभु ने सब बता दिया है. But इतना आसान होता समझना, फिर तो बात ही क्या थी, right? So then, फिर still there is a doubt in Arjun's mind. So Prabhu starts explaining in more detail. कहते हैं ना, विस्तार से समझाना शुरू करा. So the first thing he starts with is कर्म योग. Why? Because ये कर्म छोड़ के भागना चाह रहे हैं. तो ये समझाया सबसे पहले कि कर्म होता क्या है, right? So the first thing we understood is, just as a recap, even breathing is karma, right? Even blinking my eye is a karma, right? पर कौन होते हैं? पर not the पंछी वाले पर. पर is the other. The definition of other starts from this body, this mind, this thought, this eye, this hand. ये कुछ भी मैं नहीं हूं, पर है, राइट? क्योंकि ये कंफ्यूजन हो जाता है हमें लगता है पर इज समथिंग other than my body and bodily relations. ये शरीर ही पर है. शरीर is other. Who am I? सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप. वहां तक पहुंचने में समय लगेगा, होने को 1 सेकेंड में हो जाए, राइट? बट एनी विच वेज, सो नाउ कर्म सिखाया कि कर्म होता क्या है. ही एक्सप्लेन व्हाट कर्म इज, बिकॉज आई फील दैट मेनी अ टाइम्स वी वर सो कंफ्यूज्ड अबाउट व्हाट कर्म इज एंड व्हाट इज कर्म योग. वी यूज इट सो लूजली कि कर्म, मैं तो कर्म योगी हूं. कर्म योगी होना ज्ञान योगी से भी थोड़ा कठिन लगने लगा है while reading this. Probably it is not, I don't know, but while reading it feels like, oh my god, अच्छा ये होता है कर्म योग. So Prabhu starts like that, and finally he has come to a point when he has explained what karma is. He has told us what type of people in the 2 previous verses who are free from the shackles of karma, right? The enlightened beings, वो स्थित है जो सच्चिद आनंद स्वरूप में स्थित है, उन पे कर्म का सिद्धांत लागू नहीं होता, right? When they do also it is all right, when they don't do also it is all right. They are not bound to karma, right? It is not going to bind them, and we said action or inaction is equal for them. Yet we understood that in spite of being in that enlightened state or being in that Satchit Anand Swarup, they still work for the betterment of others, right? They don't stop working. They are not inert. The energy they have is beyond our imagination. So this has also been cleared कि कौन इस सिद्धांत से फ्री है. अर्जुन, तुम फ्री नहीं हो, तुम्हें तो कर्म करना पड़ेगा. तो now they are saying कि अगर हम कर्म करें तो कैसे करें, right? What is this verse saying? It is saying, verse number 19 says, therefore always perform actions which should be done without attachment. For by performing actions without attachment, man attains the supreme. Attachment is the key word over here. Act without attachment. They are not saying act without love. ये दो बहुत अलग अलग चीजें हैं, right? Attachment is different, love is different. The absence of attachment does not mean the absence of love. You can have love without attachment. But where there is attachment, there is no love. Right? So it is very simple. There is no if and but, there is no gray area. कि हम बोले नहीं ऐसे नहीं, कुछ नहीं. या तो अटैचमेंट है या प्यार है. प्यार है तो अटैचमेंट नहीं है, और अटैचमेंट है तो सच में प्यार नहीं है. Right? So what is he saying? इसलिए when Prabhu has already talked about what is karma, कर्म की philosophy क्या है, you are not free from karma because even breathing is karma. Then who is free from karma has already been explained, but we are not one of them yet. And he says इसलिए, चूंकि तुम उस श्रेणी में अभी नहीं आते हो, तुम्हें कर्म करना पड़ेगा, इसलिए तू निरंतर आसक्ति रहित होकर, this is what the verse is saying, तस्माद असक्त सततम कार्यम कर्म समाचर. इसलिए तू निरंतर कॉन्स्टेंटली आसक्ति रहित होकर कर्तव्य कर्म का भली भांति प्रॉपरली विद डेडिकेशन आचरण कर. राइट? क्योंकि वाई? क्योंकि फिर देन द नेक्स्ट लाइन सेज असक्तो या चरण कर्म. देन ही सेज आसक्ति रहित होकर कर्म करता हुआ मनुष्य परमात्मा को प्राप्त हो जाता है. He's saying आसक्ति रहित, when you are working without any attachment, that person attains the Lord. आसक्तो ह्य चरण कर्मा परमाप्नोति पुरुषः. राइट? वो प्रभु को प्राप्त कर लेता है. That's simple. तो हम जो कर रहे हैं वो करते हुए हम प्रभु को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. हाँ, हम जो कर रहे हैं अभी वही चीज करते हुए हम प्रभु को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं इफ वी आर फ्री फ्रॉम अटैचमेंट. देयर इज अ बिग इफ ओवर देयर, राइट? यदि, इफ यू आर फ्री फ्रॉम अटैचमेंट, doing what you are doing, you can attain the Lord. Beautiful. It's very simple, Firdo. Is it? But we all know getting rid of attachment is not that easy. Now over here, our main text is Ram Sukhdas Ji ki Gita. And whoever is listening to the session, I would recommend whenever you get the chance, you can get this Ram Sukhdas Ji ki Gita. It's a gutka. It is so beautifully explained. कहते हैं ना कि बहुत पेशेंस से, इत्मीनान से, धीरे धीरे समझाया गया इसमें. There is no hurry to get over with the verse. He has taken his own sweet time, and he himself was a Jivan Mukta. Today we will not see his photos, we will not see his ashram, we will not see his belongings because he did not leave anything. Right? So Ram Sukhdas Ji ki Gita hai. And how does he start? He starts, अतः दूसरों के लिए कर्म करने से कर्म करने का राग मिट जाता है और स्वरूप में स्थित हो जाता है. So now we are saying, how do we get free from attachment? So the how is being answered over here. When you start working selflessly for others, that attachment gets over. Right? The minute, kahin na kahin, the minute we have it in our mind that I'm working for others, the minute others come, attachment ऐसे ही खत्म हो जाता है ना. Because attachment comes with the word mine. Right? The minute we feel कि I am working for others, अगर आप सुबह उठ के you are taking care of yourself also, you realize कि no, I am taking care of this body. Starting from this body, everything is others. So इस body से भी attachment खत्म हो जाएगा कि this body is not mine. I am taking care of this body which has been given to me. संसार से I have got this body and I am going to use it for sansar. Which is the I? It is the big I, that's self. We have to remember again and again because from chapter 1, 2 till 3, in chapter 2, initially, the initial verses, उसमें प्रभु ने बहुत डिटेल में शरीर, शरीरी, right? What is the शरीर and what is the शरीरी? का विस्तार से, in great depth, he has explained it to us. So it is like one chapter leading to the other. It is not a random compilation of verses. If we feel कि we can jump it, yes we can actually, because बार बार आपको वो चीज बताई जाएगी. It is a reminder कि we had learned this is how it is applicable. So what is the sharir and what is the shariri? Sharir is this body. Shariri is the one who lives in this body. Who am I? I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect. I am the one who lives in this body. So what here he is saying is, अतः दूसरों के लिए कर्म करने से, दूसरा कौन? Starting from this body, करने से राग मिट जाता है. Attachment, राग gets over. It is a very simple thing, right? He'll explain more. आसक्ति रहित होने के लिए आसक्ति के कारणों को जानना आवश्यक है. Now, unless and until we know the reasons for attachment, how can we be free of them? Very, very, very true, isn't it? What is the reason for attachment? This is the reason for attachment. Okay, so if this is the reason, I can get rid of the reason. But if I don't know the reason for attachment, how will I get rid of it? So he says, you want to get rid of attachment, you want to get rid of rag, let's figure out what are the reasons. So, मैं शरीर हूं, which we have already explained, और शरीर मेरा है, ऐसे मानने से शरीर आदि नाशवान पदार्थों का महत्व, what happens? महत्व अंतःकरण में अंकित हो जाता है. When we start believing that I am this body and this body is me, what happens is there is an imprint. And then we feel attached to this body. We feel that this is mine. Everything belonging to this body is mine. Again, the relations are mine. So what happens is that it is like the tentacles that spread from this body onwards. Everything that I can catch is mine. Tangible, intangible, jo bhi hai. So that is the reason. Now, so what is the core reason he's saying? The core reason is the belief that I am this body. Attachment is not We won't look at attachment ki haan, because I'm attached to my son because of so and so. No. The root cause of attachment is your attachment to your body. The misconception that I am the body. Right? Again, sharir, shariri, right? I am not the sharir, I am the shariri. It's a repetition because वो उतरता ही नहीं है. हमारे मन में ये बात उतरती ही नहीं है. That is why they keep repeating it again and again and again. So what is the main underlying reason of attachment? I am this body. That is the answer. Right? And this body is mine. That is the reason for attachment. I am this body is mine. So that is, अगर हम इस चीज से ऊपर उठते हैं, if we are able to overcome this, 99% of our problem of attachment is a problem. Yes, it is a very, very big problem. It is a very big problem. It is like, कहते हैं ना कि चिपक गया है. It is already so stuck and ingrained in us that we are not able to get rid of it. And we use it liberally also in our words. I am so attached to my child. I do not know what I'll do when he goes away. A child is through us, not ours, right? Why do we keep using the example of a child? Because to us, a child is the closest thing which we can relate to, right? For a parent. So, now, आसक्ति ही पतन करने वाली होती है. So, what leads to a downfall is attachment. Our downfall comes because of attachment. It is not because of action. Again, many a times we feel na कि बस I do not want to do anything because it is causing my downfall. कर्म करना ही नहीं है, जितना जरूरी है उतना ही करना है. That is not the reason of downfall. Karma is never the reason of downfall. It is attachment to the action. Attachment to the person we are doing the action for. That is the reason for downfall. हम जबरदस्ती कर्म को बदनाम कर रहे हैं. कर्म तो सबको करना है, right? And कर्म कैसे करना है? Wherever you have been placed. I might be a mother, I might be a daughter-in-law, I might be in the office, I might. तो कहते हैं ना, वर्ण के अनुसार, आश्रम के अनुसार, based on our varna, based on, I avoid using caste because it gives a very negative feeling to the varna system. Varna was not that negative to start with. It is like, different, based on what you're doing. It is not based on birth. So we will not get into it right now because I think we have covered it in depth in chapter 1. So varna ke anusar, ashram, which ashram am I in? Am I in my grihastha ashram, brahmachari ashram, vanaprastha ashram, or sannyas ashram? What is my duty? Okay, today, suppose there is I do not know whether I have told you that one sage sent somebody to get vidya from a person who was in a particular village. So this person reached there, and when he reached there, what did he see? Right? It might sound controversial right now when I'm saying it. I do not know whether I should say it or not, but theek hai, koi farak nahi padta. When he was there, he saw that the person, he said, आप ही हो क्या? बोला हाँ मैं ही हूँ. बोलिए. बोला आपसे मिलने के लिए मुझे भेजा. बोला अच्छा ठीक है, आप साइड में बैठ जाइए. Now he was running a butcher house. He was doing his work. करा. And then he said, अच्छा चलिए आप घर चलिए. There is something I have to do before I can talk to you. And now this man was already thinking, really, this is going to give me, he's going to give me gyan. He's going to tell me this, he's going to tell me that. The thought was coming in his mind again and again and again. While this man was sitting, he went inside, he took care of his ailing parents. He was taking care of his parents. And while this man was only thinking, he had not said anything. And now he's going to make me wait. He said, देखिए, मुझे इस कर्म में, इस स्थिति में यहाँ पे रखा गया है. जीवन निर्वाह करने के लिए मुझे यही आता है और मैं ये कर रहा हूँ. There was no communication. There was nothing said. I'm not attached to this action. I'm doing it. But once I'm out of it, कर लिया, that is it. So we cannot judge anybody by their karma. कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं, कहाँ खड़े होके क्या कर रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि we become violent and start doing. वो करता ही नहीं है. ज्ञानी इंसान कभी ये करेगा ही नहीं. A person who is good at heart won't do evil things. So just a disclaimer. तो again, he is saying over here, आसक्ति ही पतन का कारण है. Attachment to people, attachment to the body, attachment to the work you're doing, attachment to the result, attachment to the appreciation and the appraisals, not the action, is the cause of your demise. So beautiful, isn't it? It is like an eye opener. हम सोचते कर्म बांधता है, कर्म नहीं बांधता, आसक्ति बांधती है. What ties you is not action but attachment that ties you. And then he says, आसक्ति वाला मनुष्य दूसरों का हित नहीं कर सकता. Again and again he tells us, if you are attached, last week also he had said, right, if you are not selfless, if there are selfless interests, आप पर उपकार कर ही नहीं सकते. He gives this kind of a word. Let me see if I can find it. I'll try to locate it next class. And there was a disclaimer he says, एकदम. तो यहाँ पे भी he says, आसक्ति वाला मनुष्य दूसरों का हित नहीं कर सकता, जबकि आसक्ति रहित मनुष्य से स्वतः स्वाभाविक प्राणी मात्र का हित होता है. वाओ. उसके सभी कर्म केवल दूसरों के हित के लिए ही होते हैं. So if we feel कि because of attachment I am going to be so nice and so kind, नहीं होता. Because we feel, right, probably if there is no attachment, won't my behavior become very dry? Because we are mistaking attachment for love, right? Attachment is specific, right? Love is universal. आप सोचिए, अटैचमेंट सबसे थोड़ी हो जाता है. प्यार आप सबसे कर सकते हैं, किसी को जाने या ना जाने उससे भी. This is the difference. So what they are saying is, if you have attachment, you can never do extreme good for somebody else, because kahin na kahin you'll have biases, isn't it? You are going to do that extra bit for some and a little bit less for some other work. If you are attached to a certain job, you're going to do that job very well, and that job that is not so much of your liking, you're not going to do that very well. But when there is no discrimination of attachment, everything will be done equally for everybody. So what he's saying is, very beautifully, if there is a lot of rag, हम कहते हैं ना कि मेरे में इतना राग है, I get so emotional, no. Devotion and emotion should not be mixed up. हमें लगता है कि devotional person is emotional. नहीं. If you are so overtly emotional, it hampers the ability to work also, right? The brain gets clouded. Attachment clouds the brain also. Just like being overtly emotional clouds the brain. सोचिए. So ये कह के ये कहते हैं, अपने लिए फल की कामना रखकर कर्म करने से. And now he goes to the next level. ठीक है, now we are going to the next step. हम समझ गए attachment क्या है. Why is attachment detrimental? What is the starting point of attachment also we have understood. Now the next phase is, what happens is, अपने लिए फल की कामना रखने से, when we are expecting a result for ourselves and then we are doing action, what happens? हमारे ऊपर ऋण चढ़े हुए. We know that, right? मातृभूमि का ऋण है, माता का ऋण है, देन पितृ ऋण है, कितने सारे देवताओं के ऋण है, मतलब कितने सारे ऋण हमारे पे चढ़े हुए हैं. एंसेस्टर्स के ऋण है, पितरों के ऋण है. वी आर अ सम टोटल ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल सैक्रिफाइस. तो ऋण मतलब डेट्स, राइट? सो व्हेन वी आर वर्किंग विथ expectation for result, what happens? The debts increase, right? We are not able to remove or completely eliminate the debts from before, but we are incurring more debts when we are working for a result. ये करूंगा तो मुझे ये मिलेगा. If I do this, I'll get appreciation. If I do this, I'll get money. If I do this, I will be known in the society. Whatever is our desire. So if we are working for a desired result, what happens? The debt increases, right? And we are not able to remove the previous debts also. But when we are working for the betterment of others, without any expectation of any return or result, without any attachment, we do not incur new debts. है ना? नए ऋण हम पे नहीं चढ़ेंगे. At the same time, we will be able to wipe out the previous debts also. देखिए, जब तक वो नील बटा नील नहीं हो जाता ना, जीरो बैलेंस, तब तक ये साइकिल ऑफ लाइफ एंड डेथ चलती रहेगी. एंड इट इज वेरी टायरिंग. जस्ट इमेजिन बीइंग बोर्न अगेन एंड अगेन फ्रॉम वन स्पीसी टू अनदर, फ्रॉम वन जन्म टू अनदर. थक गया है आत्मा बार बार शरीर धारण कर करके. सो द इंटेंशन इज कि बैलेंस जीरो हो जाए एकदम. नाउ हाउ डज द बैलेंस बिकम जीरो? Again, very simply, non-attached action without any attachment towards the result for the betterment of others. Where does the definition of others start? The other starts from this body onwards, right? तो शरीरी को ध्यान रखना है कि मैं शरीरी हूं, शरीर नहीं. And then what happens? तो ये rent zero हो जाएगा. This is how you eliminate the previous rents and you don't incur new debts. मेरे को कहीं भी आसक्त नहीं होना है. We have to remind ourselves again and again कि I am not going to get attached anywhere. In the morning, probably as soon as we get up in the morning, we are going to say that we are going to act out of love and not attachment. A reminder to us. मेरे को कहीं भी आसक्त नहीं होना है. ऐसी जागृति साधकों को निरंतर रखनी चाहिए. सी देखिए, जब रामसुखदास जी गीता बोलते हैं ना, वो साधकों के लिए बोलते हैं. साधक क्या है? जो प्रभु प्राप्ति करना चाहता है. वेयर द डिजायर टू नो द लॉर्ड, राइट? Where the yearning, I would say, desire is not the right word, where the yearning to know the Lord has awakened, that is a sadhak, right? So for a sadhak, for a devotee who is yearning to know the Lord, a reminder to the self that I am going to not let attachment engulf me throughout the day is very essential, right? And kartavya, अर्थात दूसरों के हित के लिए कर्म करने से वर्तमान की आसक्ति और कुछ ना चाहने से भविष्य की आसक्ति मिट जाती है. नाउ अगेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट, अगेन लेट्स गो बैक, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एक्शन विदाउट अटैचमेंट. दैट इज व्हाट दिस एंटायर वर्स इज ऑल अबाउट, राइट? सो अनदर पॉइंट दैट ही इज मेकिंग इज कर्तव्य. व्हाट इज कर्तव्य? Kartavya is very simply put, working for others, right? दूसरों के लिए काम करना हमारा कर्तव्य है. So, duty, that is our duty. कर्तव्य अर्थात दूसरों के हित के लिए कर्म करने से वर्तमान की आसक्ति. वर्तमान की आसक्ति अब कैसे समझाएंगे? We know, right? We have taken multiple births. It's a journey. Our soul is journeying. एक body से दूसरी body, bunch of relationships, bunch of situations, birth. There are things that are being done nowadays, right? Regression and all that. So where do you go? You go to your previous birth and previous birth and previous birth, and they leave impressions on our soul. They leave impressions on us, right? कितने सारे impression on our soul नहीं बोलूंगी, around our soul बोलूंगी, because soul हमेशा pure रहती है. Those impressions also cause fears and anxieties. Those impressions from I don't know which birth is overpowering us right now. That attachment from which birth is overpowering me right now. And हम कई बार बोलते हैं ना, I do not know why I act in this particular manner. मुझे पता नहीं why I get suddenly triggered in this situation. होता है ना? And there is no logical reason in this birth. Then we go back, and now it is proven. Hota hai. So those attachments also are binding us, right? So when we start working selflessly for others, consciously, our previous attachments, our previous anxieties, our previous fears, our previous foundations from previous births also start getting wiped out. धीरे धीरे वो खत्म होने लग जाते हैं. And when you do not desire anything, एक तो है selfless action without attachment when we are doing it. Previous attachments, when we are doing selfless action, previous attachments get wiped out. And when we don't expect anything from anything or anybody, any situation, the current attachments मिटने लगते हैं. Let me just read it out. कर्तव्य अर्थात दूसरों के हित के लिए कर्म करने से वर्तमान की आसक्ति और कुछ ना चाहने से भविष्य की आसक्ति मिट जाती है. So we talked about previous, we talked about current आसक्ति and the future आसक्ति also he is talking about. वो सब खत्म हो जाती है. So the baggage we are carrying is going to get lighter. The current attachments are going to be wiped out, and in future there will be no attachment related illness that is going to touch us. And very nicely he puts, अनासक्त होने पर ही what happens? समता प्राप्त होती है. And this is something very logical. He concludes slightly by saying, only when you get free from attachment, समता, समतत्व बुद्धि, अंदर बाहर से समान, any situation for any person, we are equipoised. There is no me and mine, you and yours. Only when will this happen? When there is no attachment. जब तक attachment है तब तक हम biased ही रहेंगे ना. So if samta is what we want, equanimity, right? Equipoise inside and outside, equality when we look at everybody, it will happen only when we give up attachment, right? And effort. संसार साधन का क्षेत्र है, right? This world, why have we been put in this world? कभी हमें लगता है ना, दुनिया बनाने वाले क्या तेरे मन में समाई, तूने काहे को दुनिया बनाई, right? ये साधन का क्षेत्र है. Now the answer to this is your कर्म भूमि. यहाँ काम करना है, आपको सीखना है. You have to evolve. Where, how will you evolve unless and until you are put in a particular situation, and then we know how is your reaction. So ये साधन का क्षेत्र है, right? This sansar, this world, it is not for bhog, it is not for enjoyment, eat, drink and be merry. Nahi. It is to evolve. We have been put here to evolve. संसार साधन का क्षेत्र है. यहाँ प्रत्येक सामग्री साधन के लिए ही मिलती है, एंड भोग और संग्रह के लिए नहीं. एंड दिस इज सो ब्यूटिफुल. साधन को आप एफर्ट फॉर एवोल्यूशन भी मान सकते हैं ऑफ आवर सेल्फ. वी हैव टू रिमेंबर कि दिस वर्ल्ड, हमारी ना जो कर्म भूमि है, इट इज फॉर अस टू इवॉल्व. साधन, it is not for sangrah and bhog, right? Sangrah is when we start hoarding, when we start, indulging. It is not meant for that. Unfortunately, we have forgotten why we have come here. कहते हैं ना, जब गर्भ में होता है ना, when in the womb, it is a treacherous place to be, and the child is there in the womb upside down. He weeps and cries and says, "Get me out of here." Just imagine. I promise, Lord, I'll never forget you. I will do what I've been put to do so that I never have to get into any womb again. But फिर क्या होता है? The minute the child comes to sansar, this promise is forgotten. That agony is forgotten that he had faced in that womb, wishing never to be in any other womb again. But हम वही भूल के we start hoarding, we start, कहते हैं भोग का exact word क्या होगा? होर्ड करना, भोग करना. हम योग करने के लिए संसार में आए हैं, वो भूल जाते हैं. एंड वी फॉरगेट दैट ये साधन का क्षेत्र है. दिस इज माई कर्म भूमि. दिस इज वेयर आज मैं मोक्ष को प्राप्त हो सकता हूं अगर सही तरह से जी लूं तो. एंड देन वी स्टार्ट इंडल्जेंस. सो कर्म तो सभी प्राणी किया करते हैं. अगेन, एवरीबडी हैज टू वर्क. पर साधारण प्राणी और कर्म योगी द्वारा किए गए कर्मों में बड़ा भारी अंतर है. I am also working, you are also working, a ज्ञानी is also working. To look at it superficially लगेगा सभी सेम काम कर रहे हैं ना. वो भी शायद सिलाई कर रहे हैं, हम भी शायद सिलाई कर रहे हैं. फिर फर्क क्या है इन दोनों में? बहुत भारी फर्क है. saying there is a great difference, right? And what is the अंतर? साधारण मनुष्य, again, आसक्ति, ममता, कामना. आसक्ति अटैचमेंट, ममता इज द ममकार कहते हैं ना. वी कैन इवन गेट रिड ऑफ एंगर, वी कैन इवन गेट रिड ऑफ ईगो, पर ये ममता नहीं जाती. इट इज सो डिफिकल्ट टू गेट रिड ऑफ ममकार. सबसे बड़ा विकार ममकार, राइट. सो आसक्ति, ममता, कामना, डिजायर्स आदि के साथ रखते हुए कर्म करता है. सो वी ऑल कहीं ना कहीं there is an attachment, there is mamta, there is a desire, maybe latent but it is there. But that कर्म योगी कहते हैं ना, जो I am a कर्म योगी जो कहते हैं, if they are truly कर्म yogis, they do not have attachment, they do not have mamta, they do not have kamna, nothing while they are doing the same action. So again, let's come back to the point. It is, what is the problem? It is not the action, it is not the karma, it is not the job in hand. It is ममता, कामना, आसक्ति, एंड सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम है अटैचमेंट. एंड द डिफरेंस इज वन वर्क्स विद दिस, द अदर इज डूइंग द सेम थिंग, बट ही इज oblivious, untouched by these three, right? And that is it. So over here they are saying ममता, कामना आदि को छोड़कर कर्म करता है. कर्म के कर्मों का प्रवाह अपनी तरफ होता है और कर्म योगी की कर्म का प्रवाह संसार की तरफ होता है. When a संसारी व्यक्ति is working, he is working for him, the body. But when a karma yogi is working, he is working for others, knowing that he is not the body. And that is what differentiates. So beautifully he is explaining to Arjun, even if you run away today, you're going to sit in the mountains, you're going to say, I do not want the 5 villages. The reason for your running away is not right, ना. अपना रीजन तो ठीक करो पहले, फिर उसके बाद में तुम करो नहीं करो चलेगा, पर तुम्हारे रीजन ही गलत है. तुम भाग रहे हो क्योंकि तुम्हारे को तुम्हारे रिश्तेदारों से नहीं लड़ना है. यू आर टॉकिंग आउट ऑफ अटैचमेंट एंड आसक्ति. भाग के कहां जाओगे? आसक्ति साथ आएगी. द अटैचमेंट इज गोइंग टू शैडो यू टिल यू डाई. वेयर विल यू रन अवे? Stay where you are. That is what Shri Krishna ka, matlab, see, that is why we always think, na, many people get scared. If we go into spirituality, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Nothing will change. सींग नहीं उग जाएंगे, पत्थर जैसे आप बैठ नहीं जाओगे. प्रभु is explaining so beautifully in this verse number 19, कि आपके साथ क्या होगा. And if everybody starts working like that, won't the world become a better place? कर्म करते हुए कर्म योगी के कर्तव्य अभिमान कैसे मिटे. नाउ अभी ये सब हो गया, वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट सो मेनी थिंग्स. नाउ देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड कर्तव्य अभिमान. नाउ अटैचमेंट तो प्रॉब्लम है ही, अभिमान भी तो एक प्रॉब्लम है ना. कैसे मिट सकता है? क्योंकि कर्तव्य अभिमान मिटे बिना परमात्मा की प्राप्ति नहीं हो सकती, परमात्मा का अनुभव नहीं हो सकता. ये दैट subtle ego that comes, you know, कर्तव्य करने का अभिमान. अच्छा काम करते हैं तो गुड ईगो भी आ जाती है, एंड गुड ईगो इज वर्स देन द बैड ईगो. भीमान, कर्तव्य भीमान, राइट. सो साधारण मनुष्य सभी कर्म अपने लिए करता है. अपने लिए कर्म करने से मनुष्य में कर्तव्य अभिमान रहता है. कर्म योग कोई भी क्रिया अपने लिए नहीं करता. वह ऐसा मानता है कि संसार से शरीर मिला. नाउ लुक एट द एटीट्यूड, वी हैव टू चेंज. हम कहते हैं ना, भाव बदलिए. मेनी टाइम्स व्हेन वी से ऑल दिस, ओ माय गॉड, सो यू वांट अस टू गिव अवे एवरीथिंग. किसने बोला? रखो ना, बिकॉज द नेक्स्ट वर्स इज अबाउट राजा जनक. आई रियली वांट टू मूव टू राजा जनक्स वर्स. इट इज सो ब्यूटिफुल, बट वील हैव टू डू इट नेक्स्ट वीक. राजा जनक के पास में सब कुछ था, राइट. ही हैड ऑल द ऑपुलेंसेस इन द वर्ल्ड. एंड सुखदेव जी को भी एक बार लगा कि मैं इनसे क्या ज्ञान प्राप्त करूंगा. यू नो, ये तो रचे पचे हैं संसार, बाहर से थे, अंदर से नहीं. सो ओवर हियर ही सेइंग कि प्लीज डोंट जज द पर्सन हु इज डूइंग द एक्शन अगेन. व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इज, साधारण मनुष्य कर्म अपने लिए कर रहा होता है. ही इज डूइंग एवरीथिंग फॉर हिमसेल्फ. बट व्हेन यू आर इन अवेयरनेस दैट whatever is happening in this world, it is happening, this body is acting, this mind is acting, these hands are acting. ये कहां से आए? किसके हैं? It has been given by the world only, na? It is not mine. Who am I again? I am the Shariri, I am not the Sharir. So when this knowledge comes, कि whatever is being done in this world is being done by what I have gotten from this world. तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेला. हम लोग गाते भी हैं आरती में बहुत मन से, पर उतारते नहीं है. तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा. The minute we remember this, कि even starting from this body onwards, everything has been given by the world and it is being used in this world. So where is the abhiman? इसमें मेरा क्या है? कुछ भी नहीं है ना. So now again the second difference is he is free from the abhiman of that action also. कर्तव्य अभिमान, मैंने मेरा कर्तव्य निभाया. क्या किया? हो गया. अब उसमें तो एक कहते हैं ना, वी ऑलवेज से, कि देखिए आपके हाथ में तो वैसे भी कुछ नहीं, आप चाह के एक पत्ता तो हिला नहीं सकते. आपने क्या कर्तव्य निभाया, राइट? एन हम्बल रिमाइंडर. एंड देन द अदर थिंग इज never get stuck to that action, karma. And this beautiful example that he has given, I would like to share is, कई बार क्या होता है ना, when we are doing a particular action, when we have been placed in a particular position, suppose you are the CEO of some place or you are doing something, you get attached to that designation. You are not detached from that work also. You become one with that world. हमारी बहुत खराब आदत है, we become one with everything we are doing. We don't know how to distance ourselves a mile of distance. So the example they have given is very beautiful because ये खुद कथावाचक है, वक्ता है. तो he is saying, just imagine a high pedestal has been given to a वक्ता, राइट? जो कथा सुनाते हैं, बहुत बड़े गुरु हैं, उनको ऊपर आसन बैठाया, सब नमन कर रहे हैं, बैठ के हमने कथा सुनाई, राइट? Now after that person has done the katha, when he comes down, suppose you say, अच्छा ठीक है, हो गई कथा, अब ये लो झाड़ू, उस कमरे के झाड़ू लगा दो. क्या होगा? अरे, I did that great katha and you will give me that menial work? No. कर्म से अटैचमेंट नहीं होना चाहिए. आपको कथा से अटैचमेंट हो गया कि मैं कथाकार हूं. नहीं, आप क्या हो? जब आप आसन में बैठे, आपने कथा करी, हाथ में झाड़ू आ गई तो आपने सहजता से झाड़ू लगा दी. What difference does it make? The now again, is the work binding us? No. Our attachment to that work, कि I am supposed to be treated in this certain manner because I am a कथावाचक. No. क्या है? उतरो, झाड़ू लगा ली, क्या फर्क पड़ गया? You are the CEO, you are sitting in the office, you give all the dialogues, you say anything, everything बता दिया. सब बाहर निकले, देखा अरे सड़कों पे कचरा पड़ा है, फटाफट कचरा उठा के डाल दिया. You are in the office, you are sitting on that big table, chair, जो भी है, बाहर निकले, छोटी सी कोने में जगह मिली, वहां बैठ के. नहीं तो बोले कि you know, you want me to sit here? Do you know who I am? Who are you? Who are you? जब कोई बोले ना, do you know who I am? तो हमें यही बोलना चाहिए, तू भी जानता है कि तू कौन है? So this beautiful example that he has given is कि don't, again, this is like a wow example. You should never even get attached to that action. क्योंकि तब वह अपने को श्रोता मानता है. At that time he is a श्रोता. Now with the झाड़ू in your hand, it's okay, you're doing the झाड़ू. क्या फर्क पड़ जाता है, right? And इतना सहज होना चाहिए इंसान को कि right now you could be the biggest of वक्ता and suddenly you're passing and they say, देखिए ना कितनी अच्छी कथा चल रही है. You should have the power to sit in the audience unnoticed and listen to what is being said. Because बाहर सामने बात तो एंड कथा तो हरि नाम की चल रही है ना. दिस इज द सहज अवस्था ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट. एंड द मोर वी लिसन टू दिस, द मोर वी फील दैट हाउ वी आर डिल्यूजन्ड. कर्म योगी जैसा कर्तव्य को अपने में निरंतर नहीं मानता, ऐसे ही बिकॉज एक्शन इज ऑल्सो डिस्टेंट. कर्तव्य को निरंतर नहीं मानता. टुडे यू आर डूइंग दिस वर्क, टुमारो यू आर डूइंग दैट वर्क. इट डज नॉट मैटर, यू आर नॉट अटैच्ड टू दैट वर्क. इन द सेम वे दिस टुडे दिस इज माई पेरेंट, यू हैव दिस नॉलेज इन यू कि yes, today this is my parent, this birth these are my parents. Who knows who they'll be in the next birth? God knows who they were in the last birth. Today this is my child. Who knows who he was in my last birth? God knows who he'll be in this last birth, next birth. For all you know, the dog that you're shooing away was your son in your last birth. कोई भी रिश्ता किसी से भी हो सकता है ना. जो डॉग आपके बाहर, एक आपको कई बार होता है ना, पता नहीं ये है ना, दिस आई हैव ऑलवेज सीन दिस डॉग सिटिंग आउटसाइड माई हाउस, ही नेवर लीव्स द हाउस. For all you know, that dog which you're not even looking at could be the owner of this palace in his last birth. Kya pata? So when we do not know, how can we be stuck to this? And this reminder has to come to our mind again and again. Ki this birth, this is the relation. God knows what the relation was last birth, what the relation is going to be next birth. The minute we tell ourselves that there is no constant connection, attachment is going to break. Right? Now, अपने में कर्तव्याभिमान होने से ही दूसरों के कर्तव्य पर दृष्टि जाती है. Now, this is another point, okay? Now, the other point is, when do we notice whether the other person is doing something or not? देखिए, शास्त्रों में, I'm sorry, I'm just going to close quickly. Nobody is asking you to look at somebody else and judge. कहते हैं ना, किसी दूसरे को नहीं देखो. We have to work on ourselves. So over here, when we have कर्तव्य अभिमान, जब हम, if we realize कि हम जो कर रहे हैं वो अच्छा है, I'll just give a simple example because charity sticks to me. The minute we feel, oh my God, we are doing so much of charity and look at the other person, he is not contributing anything. It is a sign of कर्तव्य अभिमान. Because you feel कि मैंने कुछ अच्छा किया, उसने तो नहीं किया. That is wrong. तो ये कह रहे हैं, अपने कर्तव्य अभिमान होने से ही दूसरों के कर्तव्य पर दृष्टि जाती है कि whether he is doing his duty or not, because you feel I am doing my duty. अभिमान. We have talked about attachment and अभिमान. अभिमान से attachment भी आता है. So it is a very important point. जिस प्रकार कर्मयोगी संसार के प्राणियों के साथ अपना संबंध निरंतर नहीं मानता. We understood, right? किसी के साथ हमारा संबंध निरंतर नहीं है. Why go to other births? The necessity of you as a mother for your child is also going to vary, ना? एक टाइम होता है जब बच्चा अपनी माँ के बिना रह नहीं सकता, और एक टाइम होता है कि वही माँ बाहर बन जाती है. Right? सीधी सी बात है. So why go to any other birth? Relationships change even now. Right? So, जिस प्रकार कर्म योग संसार के प्राणियों के साथ अपना संबंध निरंतर इस कांस्टेंट नहीं है, इट इज एवर चेंजिंग, राइट, नहीं मानता, उसी प्रकार वर्ण, नाउ मार्केट, वर्ण, आश्रम, जाति, संप्रदाय, घटनाएं, दैट इज सिचुएशन, परिस्थिति, अगेन सिचुएशन, हैपनिंग्स एंड सिचुएशन आदि के साथ भी अपना संबंध स्थायी नहीं मानता. दीज आर ऑल्सो एवर चेंजिंग. आज ये सिचुएशन है, कल को कोई और होगी. आज ये जो ड्यूटी है, कल कोई और होगी. आज हम इस आश्रम में, कल किसी और में चले जाएंगे. देर इज नो कॉन्स्टेंट. सो इफ देर इज नो, कहते हैं ना, अ रोलिंग स्टोन नेवर गैदर्स एनी मॉस, है ना. इफ यू आर कॉन्स्टेंटली रोलिंग, अ स्टोन इज ऑलवेज रोलिंग, उसके ऊपर वो काई जमेगी क्या? ये अटैचमेंट इज अ काई. अगर आपको पता रहे कि कुछ भी स्थायी नहीं है, नथिंग इज कांस्टेंट, वो काई ही नहीं जमेगी. दैट काई ऑफ अटैचमेंट, दैट कहते हैं ना, दैट एल्गी और जो भी होता है ना, दैट ग्रीन मॉस ऑफ अटैचमेंट इज नॉट गोइंग टू कवर इट. अ रोलिंग स्टोन नेवर गैदर्स एनी मॉस, एंड दिस इज द तोड़. समझो, कुछ भी स्थायी नहीं है, नथिंग इज कांस्टेंट, एवरीथिंग इज एवर चेंजिंग. कोई अभी चेंज होता है, कोई बाद में चेंज होता है, पर चेंज तो होता ही है. एंड सेइंग दिस, towards the end, I'll just read it out. देश, काल, वस्तु, व्यक्ति, क्रिया आदि से माने हुए संबंध अर्थात आसक्ति के कारण ही नित्य प्राप्त परमात्मा का अनुभव नहीं होने देते. सी, प्रभु है, गॉड इज ऑल अराउंड अस. प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है कि हमें प्रभु है नहीं. The problem is we don't experience him. हमें उनकी अनुभूति नहीं हो रही है. Because we have gathered around us the moss of attachment. We have gathered around us, ये मेरा देश, ये मेरा काल, ये मेरी वस्तु, ये मेरा व्यक्ति, ये मेरी क्रिया, मेरा 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 करके there's so much of muck around us that we are not able to experience the Lord, which is ever there, ever ready, ever looking at us. Right? आसक्ति का नाश होते ही, the minute attachment is completely destroyed, नित्य प्राप्त परमात्मा तत्व का अनुभव हो जाता है. See, we do not have to try to work towards getting God. It is not like हाँ मैं इतनी मेहनत करूँगा तो मुझे 100 आ जाएंगे. This is now not how it works. Probably it is getting rid of what is blocking it. प्रभु तो है ही ना. So it is not कि मैं प्रभु प्राप्ति के लिए कार्य कर रहा हूँ. इन चीज़ों को हटाओ. प्रभु तो ऑलरेडी प्राप्त है, हमें अनुभूति नहीं है. We can't experience him. अतः आसक्ति रहित होकर प्रतीति को प्रतीति की सेवा में लगा देना चाहिए. What is it? आसक्ति रहित होकर प्रतीति अपने कहलाने वाले शरीर आदि पदार्थ को, अपने कहलाने वाले जो हमारे हैं नहीं को प्रतीति संसार की सेवा में लगा देना चाहिए. ब्यूटिफुल. एंड वी शुड से कि जो हमें संसार से मिला है उसको संसार की सेवा में आसक्ति रहित होकर लगा दो. एंड देखना उसी क्षण आपको प्रभु प्राप्त हो जाएंगे, प्रभु की अनुभूति हो जाएगी. प्रभु तो प्राप्त है ही. सो दिस वाज लाइक अ ब्यूटिफुल, because we talk a lot on attachment, right? But the way he has step by step, it is like, dissecting it and putting it forth bit by bit. It was mesmerizing. So I was wondering why he would take so many pages explaining attachment. But probably he realized that is what is holding us down. With this, we have just been able to complete one verse. That is verse number 19. We'll close the session. Om Tat Sat Iti Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Samvade Karma Yogo Nama Tritiyo Dhyayah. Hari Om. Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.